Hello, my beautiful Cancers. How are you out there? This is your girl, Simply Love. I'm coming back to you with another video for November 2015. This is going to be your forecast in love. The love department. Oh, don't we just love so much? Don't we just give so much love to people? Don't we just smile for no reason when we go outside and see people and they don't smile at us back? But oh well, who cares? Because that's just the love you have inside of yourself, right? That's your love. That's what you feel about yourself. Whether they feel it, that's between them and their creator. That's something that they have to face one day. But long as you out there loving yourself, don't nothing else matter. Everything else falls into place. You can continue to smile. Even though things are going bad sometimes, you can still smile. You can still have a happy attitude. And you can still know that there is a creator that created you and put you here for a reason and a purpose. And that purpose and that reason is going to have to be fulfilled before you leave here. And that goes along with the good and the bad. So whatever you done wrong, you gotta suffer consequences. You gotta go through your karma for that. We all do. I'm talking about myself too. I'm not here to judge anybody. That's not what I'm here for. I'm here to help. And I'm here to deliver the messages from the spirit guides from God. That he sends and his angels around to us to protect us each and every day. I'm doing this for you. And I'm doing it for myself too, because helping you is helping me. We all in this together. Ain't nobody no better than nobody else. I don't care what you got. You can ride around in a Rolls Royce. You can be riding around in a jalopy. You can have a home or you could be living out in the woods. You are still nobody's better than nobody. We all are connected. We all are the same. It's just that everybody got something special built inside just for them, and can't nobody on this earth, mother, father, sister, brother, cousin, aunt, uncle, nephew, none of them. But that your real father, who is your creator, is the only one that knows that he made it special for you, and can't nobody take it away from you. So don't ever let nobody take it away from you, regardless of what you doing. And what you doing, long as it's right and long as it's in the name, you put his name first, you okay. You all right. You got something to smile about. You got a life worth living until he call you home. You got that right. You don't have to answer to nobody but him. And that's when you see him and meet him. And he's going to tell you everything. All he's doing right now, this what you got on your body, this skin, is all same thing as materialistic things. Same thing as a computer that we looking on right now. It's the same thing. You confirm to that flesh. You listen to that flesh all the time. You think it's going to lead you around the right path. No, it is not. It's here to survive. It's here just to survive this earth thing here. What goes on and what lasts forever and ever and ever and ever, as it says. So I believe my father says, he said, you're an everlasting being, you're an everlasting spirit. I believe it. I believe it. You go on from here when this body passes. When that body passes, that ain't nothing. You go to somebody's funeral, see them living, you crying and carrying on. I mean, yeah, you gonna cry, yeah. You're gonna miss seeing this person or talking, but you know what? You can talk to them in spirit because they still living. They still living as a spiritual angel. They out there to help you. Listen to your guides. Listen to your guides are your intuitions. And your intuitions is your feelings. What do you feel inside when you meet somebody? What do you feel inside when you talk to somebody? You know, do you use your discernment? Your discernment is all part of your feelings. Do you use your common sense that comes from the mind? Your mind, body, and spirit has to be connected as one. If you're all over the place, that's how your life going to be, all over the place. Okay, believe me, I've been there, done that. I'm not perfect, still working on myself, still had things to go through myself, still. But you know what? I'm better and bigger and better than what I was before. I'm not better than nobody else. I'm talking about within myself. And we all have to come to that conclusion one day. We have to be confident enough to know that we're gonna make it no matter what. No matter what. Even if you have to make it alone. Even if you have to go through it alone. Because deep down inside, you ain't never alone. You got that man upstairs that created you, your creator. His blood is running through your blood. So you're a powerful human being. You're able to pull a rabbit out of your hat just like that if you want to, if you believe that spirit and that blood that's running through you is more powerful than what you could ever have on the outside of you. You women could walk around with a I'm gonna say bomb ass body. You know what I'm saying? Bam, bam, bam. You can look like a freaking top model, the best looking woman you ever seen in you just got it in all the right places, but what's up, what's inside of you though? You got to take it a little further than just what's on the outside. The outside is just a shell, and let me tell you, it ain't gonna never look the same. The older you get, it ain't gonna never, but it can though. If you keep that mind, body, and spirit together, your age ain't gonna show on your face. That's how happy and that's how much you love yourself. It ain't gonna never show up. That's everlasting life. When you have an outside body that don't look like the numbers that add up to what your age is supposed to be. That's the supreme being working in your behalf because you doing something that you supposed to be doing that he asked you to do. And he don't ask for much. That's the I'm laughing because that's the funniest thing about it. He don't ask for much. All he asks is for you to accept him. Accept him. Open up your heart and let him do. If I had a driver that could drive me around all day long, I'd let him. You know that? Because that's going to save me aggravation of looking around, trying to see if I can hit somebody or, you know. That's all God is asking you to do is let him be the driver of your vehicle. That vehicle that he lent you. He lend it to you. It's not yours. It don't belong to you. It's ashes to ashes, dust to dust. It ain't nothing. It ain't nothing but what surrounds you, what you look at every day. The trees, the flowers, the ground, the earth, the sun. We are children of the sun. We are everlasting. We can do this thing, people. Relationships, we can be happy. Whatever you want in life, you can get it. But if you just let go of that will and just put the faith and trust in the Most High God, your Creator, he will steer you down a road that you never thought you would able to go down. He will take you on a highway to heaven, honey. As it is on earth, heaven as is on earth. So that means he can make your earthly life a heavenly life as long even as you pass on in life, as far as your shell leaving and your spirit going on to a heavenly world. He can do it right here for you on earth. All you have to do is just let go and let him. Get out your own way. Get out your own way. This don't belong to you. Quit listening to the flesh. Only reason why it operates so fast and want to go so fast because it knows it ain't gonna be here long. So it wants you to keep entrapped. That spirit, the darkness, it wants to entrap you and keep you entrapped. So when you do pass, that spirit still wants to stay entrapment with the flesh. See, that's going to be a problem. That's going to be a big problem. Okay, let me stop. We here. I'm shuffling the cards. This is for the sign of Cancer. I'm doing Cancer now. Okay. And I'm shuffling the cards, as you can see. Already prayed. Already, meditated earlier before the reading. Before I do my readings, you all know about all that. I don't have to keep saying it anymore from here on in. I don't think, because all the talking. I have to say and do what Spirit tells me to say. It just flows. You know what I mean? It just flows through, and there's something that Spirit has to say beside me doing the reading, showing you these cards or whatever. I'm going to say it and I'm going to do it. You don't like it, click. That's another sign I'm gonna make, y'all. It's gonna say click next, all those little signs I'm gonna put up, because you don't have to listen to nothing. You can stay in denial all you want to, but here, simply love. That's all it is just simply love. Like I said, I'm not judging nobody. You here to listen. You want to know what's going on in your life and what takes place. You're gonna have to open up that spiritual eye to really get it, or else you're just going to keep going around in circles and circles and circles. You're going to suffer. That's what you call suffering in life. And who wants to suffer all their life? But there's people doing it each and every day, all day long. There's some people who's on their deathbed still suffering, still carrying grudges, still worried about what other people think about them, still not answering the door and the Lord's knocking on the door, still. Okay, that's your choice. Remember that. That's your choice. And and I also read a verse in the Bible about hey, everybody going to know about the Lord. Everybody going to know about your most high God. Everybody. He's not going to bypass nobody. Not even somebody in the streets that you think is crazy. He ain't bypassed him neither. What he done was close the door, and he didn't open it. So that's why they out there crazy as I don't know what, don't have no mind, that can't do for themselves. They lost and lonely, suffering because of the decisions that they made in their life, the choices. God gave you free will. Don't you love him for that? Can't you love him for that? Can't you love yourself for that? For having free will to do whatever you want to do, good or bad. But there's a tick to that tack. You're going to suffer for what you do to other people and yourself. You're going to suffer for it, especially if it's not right. Let's get this thing right. Let's be happy human beings. Let's love one another. That's why I call myself, that's where I got Simply Love from. Because it's all about love. It's free. It doesn't cost you a dime. You know what I mean? Love don't cost a dime. But happiness is everything, and that lives forever. Love lives forever. Love falls under a lot of categories, and that's just about everything and anything that you want in life, okay? Okay, Cancers. That's why I have to keep some water next to me. I just run my mouth and it gets dry. So excuse me. I'm going to take the camera off and show you the cards that I'm going to be reading from for you today for your reading, Cancer. And here they are. You can read it. I don't have to read them to you. There's a dream card, and that's for you. You Halloweeners. There's some weird looking cards, but they got some really good meanings to them. We're going to read the Romance Angel Oracle cards during Virtue. We're going to read the Angel Answer cards. Okay, there's my candles burning. I love my candles. And we're going to read, last but not least, the Love Oracle cards. And that's by Tony Carmine, whatever his last name is. I can't pronounce it. Please don't get on here saying, oh, it's this, it's that. I just can't pronounce the name. Okay, please don't jump on me because I didn't say his name right or whatever is going on. And you know the name and all that kind of stuff. That don't matter. What matters is the message. So let's get the message going first and see what's going on there with you Cancers, okay? So as you can see, let me put the camera down here. You can see the cards. Excuse me, like I say, I belch sometimes. I don't know if that's rude or not rude. I mean, you're going to belch. That's part of life. You belch, you fart, you do all that. That's all part of life. That's what the flesh does. It does it. It does itself. What goes in must come out. That's all I have to say. All right, and I'm being sarcastic, a little funny there, okay? I have my incense in the back, as you can see, and my sign that says love. I love that. Okay. Again, one more thing before I get into it, and I'm so sorry. I just want to thank all my subscribers, all you poured out, all your love to me, for my brother, sending out prayers and things like that. I was flooded with a lot of emails. I mean, a whole, you know what? I'm still opening them every day. I'm opening more and more and more. And I just, I thank you guys, and I appreciate the love that you sent, because you know what? It worked. My brother's out of the hospital. He rose from death to life. So you know what? Like I said, he's here for a reason and a purpose. And then he gonna blow something up here on this earth. I'm telling you, he got something for you in his back pocket, okay? That's all I know. And I believe it. He's got some powerful stuff to get out here to this world before he go anywhere. And that's what the spirit told me. I know it. And thank you all for your prayers, though. We really appreciate it. From the Brown family, thank you so very, very much for caring. Thank you for sharing my videos. All you guys, thanks for subscribing. Thanks for putting me out on Google Plus, Facebook, Instagram, and all the other places. All my spiritual friendships that I've made on the way, all you guys that I read for, you know, in the States, out the States, all over the world. I just didn't expect for this to come out the way it did. I'm humble in this situation. I'm very humble about it, and I'm very thankful. Very thankful, because this is something I wanted to do all my life, but I was just so insecure of myself and not believing in myself, not knowing who I was. Yeah, I was walking in this world in darkness too. Don't we all? But you know what? There's a crossroads for each of us that we have to go through and make a decision for. Okay, now I showed you the cards that I'll be reading from, and we're going to start with the for Cancer, the first, second, third, and fourth week of the month of November 2015 for my beautiful Cancerans out there, okay? So the first card I get here is the Queen or King of Cups. Remember, when we're doing readings, you men watch. I know you men watch readings too. I know you don't call in too much, but you really should. Some of you men out there. But if you're a man looking at this as a woman, if you're a woman, this is a man, okay? So this could be the King or the Queen of Cups, okay? And as you can see, she's sitting here, or he sitting here. And cups, and it, means emotions. It's the meaning of it is emotion. Any kind of cup card has to do with your emotions if we're talking about emotions. And it's and I'm going to talk about that as we go along. It depends on which Cancer we're talking about, and this may resonate to some people, not all people, because it's just a general reading is all it is. If you want a full detailed reading about your own personal life, I have to you have to contact me, and then I have to bring in the angels that surround you to give you your message that the Most High God wants you to hear personally. But this right here is general, but it is spiritually ordained by the angels from the Most High, okay? So, like I said, this is a man or a woman, and you see that quarter moon up there, and you can see her with a wine glass in her hand, and she's, he or she, like I said, it depends on who's looking at it, has their feet dabbling in the water. That means they're very uh emotionally disturbed right now. Look at the clothing that she's wearing. Her the top of her blouse over there is torn. It's torn there. So there was some heartache, and there was some pain, and there could have been even some abuse around some of you Cancers, either you receiving or giving abuse in a relationship. And it caused some problems. It caused some anxieties. It caused some tears to fall, confusion. Because if you look at the waters is rough, and they got their hand and their feet in the waters. Like, they could be confused. They could be confused regarding a love life situation. Maybe they're not seeing everything because of the moon. It's only a quarter of a moon there. So, they know something's going on, but they can't see it all. And it looks like some of you Cancers out there are dabbing into drugs and alcohol and things like that to try to not see what's really going on in front of your eyes. You may be drinking too much. You may be turning to drugs. You may be, just to get things off your mind. A lot of this card also is telling me things from the past. This is a place you've been before because of the clothing that's torn. Now, like I said, I'm reading this spiritually. I'm not reading it by what the books say. When these cards come in, I throw the books away. What's the sense of me reading a book when the spirit guides are the one that's talking to me and giving me the messages? Okay, I don't need them books. I'm just looking at it with the spiritual eye and giving you the messages of what they show me or what I hear, whatever they tell me in my ear, and that's what the messages I'm going to deliver. So this Queen of Cups is she's the queen, and she carries her, she has her throne. But this could be an egotistic person also. And when we're talking about cups, we're talking about you, Cancer. We're talking about you because you're a cup sign. You're the water sign. You are a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces in this picture. So being as it is Cancer's reading, this is you. You're going through some dark times right now. You're experiencing some depression. You're turning to some of you. And some of you are turning to alcohol or drugs to try to meditate, or, to meditate it away, get things off your mind. There looks like a lot of worry and concern is here in this card regarding love, your heart. You're feeling torn. You're feeling torn over something that's happening over and over and over again. But you know what? You're the one refusing to see it. So you're taking yourself. Don't blame whoever this is that's, running in and out of your life or causing you heartache, or vice versa. It could be you doing this. Remember what you have to suffer when you do things that you're not supposed to be doing, period. Getting involved with people that you're not supposed to be getting involved with, period. You're supposed to be dealing with the spirit that gives you discernment. Where do you think your emotions, where do you think when you get something, you ever get a feeling when something's not right? You ever put your hand across some fire and it burnt you and you pulled away from it? That's how you have to operate in life when you're dealing with people, relationships, people, friends, life in general. When you start, that's your angel guys. They're your protectors. They protecting you and watching over you. Listen to them. That's all you got to do is listen. You can't drink it away. You can't drug it away. You got to face it. Face those demons inside of you. What's going on with you? Why are you putting so much trust in a relationship that keeps burning you over and over again? Why? What's your insecurities? What's wrong with you? I hear a lot of people calling, oh, they do this to me, they do that to me. Yeah, but what's your problem? Let's talk about that first. What's your problem? Why are you letting this happen over and over again? Okay, you got to look at the man in the mirror. That's that one I love by Michael Jackson when he made that song. That was the most uplifting and spiritual, insightful song that I've heard him ever make. I like his music and everything, but when he made that was heart touching, and that came from the heart, because it looked like he may have doubted the situations that caused him to be the way he ended up being. And maybe towards the end of his life, he looked at the man in the mirror. He really took a good long look at himself and say, self, what did you get yourself into? What did you agree to? And we always say, oh, the devil this, the devil that, this, yeah, the devil's there, and the devil is nothing but your flesh. Your devil, the devil's the flesh, is of the flesh. It wants you to do things that you should not do because it knows it's not going to be here long. So it wants the flesh is, I'm gonna put it to you. I'm doing, let me do a little street knowledge here. What it wants you to do is just trying to take you down with it. When it goes, it wants you to go down with it. Just that simple. That's all it does. That's all it's about. The flesh wants you to go down with it. That's all it wants you to do, and suffer with it for the rest of your life through eternity, because you are going to live forever, okay, in the spirit. And this flesh wants you to go down with it. because it's done. It already knew that when it came upon it, that it was done. Okay. All right. Um, Wake up and smell the coffee, Cancer. Whether it's a man or a woman, whatever you're going through, look up. Throw that bottle of wine to the side if it's there for you to try to medicate off of, to think that the problem is going to go away, and start looking at yourself and start seeing what kind of patterns are we going through here. What's the deal with you? And let's start taking the blame off of everybody else. You know, just to start with us first, because that's where it all begins, with us. Okay, there's some suffering going on with some of you cancers out there. um get it together. You're the queen or you're the king. You shouldn't be in this type of situation. You come a long way, and it looks like you've been cycling in and out of this situation because of your clothing. Your clothing is all torn. That means that's you inside that's torn, and been torn and been tampered with. You know, you've been wallowing in sorrow. You're wallowing in your own sorrow, your own guilt, your own regret for some reason. And let's go on with the story, because I'm getting off of that one. And it's leaving you, look, stagnated. You're all up in your head about something. You know, whatever this thing is, grief that's calling you, is, you know, it's all up in your head, and you refuse to move. You're staying stagnant. You know, if you look at this card really closely, how this man is hanging. If it's a man, it's a woman. Woman watching, it's a man. So, you know, like I said, you know how to take it from there. They look comfortable in this position. Now, if I was hanging upside down from a tree or whatever, I'm hanging upside down, I'm not going to sit there with my hands folded and feel comfortable like that's how I'm supposed to be, upside down. That's ridiculous. I'm supposed to be right side up with my hands crossed with confident look in my face, not upside down. So this right here, you're taking yourself through, babe. It's not the other person, it's you. It's what you're allowing to happen in your life, because you're upside down, you're all up in your head. Because look at this. It's all up in your head. It's all in your head. You ain't using a bit of your heart, because your arms are crossed and you're crossing your heart. You know what I'm saying? You're not letting things go through. You're not letting things flow. You're not letting things flow. You're just all up in your head. You know, all this stuff is just that's causing you all this pain and agony. It's all up in your head. You're thinking too much. You're all too much up in your head. You know, get down from that. It's causing you to be stagnant. It's causing you to stay in this unhealthy relationship. It's causing you to not, it's causing you to be a codependent person. Look at the clouds in the sky, but look at that light back there that you are covering up yourself by going upside down and covering the light for you. You mean to tell me you got guiding angels here watching after you, shine a light upon you, and you're refusing to listen? Stay that way then. You're stagnant. It's causing you not to move. It's causing you. It's the ego thing here. Look over here. You're mad about something too. You're just mad. You're just keeping it all inside. You just like worrying, and you just like look at all the water. Oh no, no, no. I'm sorry. My bad. Trees and stuff down in here. You know, somebody cut that rope right now, and you're gonna fall right on your head. All right. Now we're looking at, for the third week, Cancer is the Page of Cups. And this could be a young lady or a young boy situation. Could be children that's tied into this mess between you and another person, man or woman, woman or man, man or however the relationship is going on. There's a young person that's involved that's very, very sensitive to what's going on around them. That means they're very aware, but they're trying to help. They're being helpful, they're being supportive. um they're trying to fill your cup up with love. Whoever this young person is, it could be your child. It could be a family member's child. It could be somebody that a friend, a relative, no telling. This page is always mean, a younger person, somebody younger than you are. And we could take it to another level like this, Cancer. This could be you acting like a child. I mean, but if you're going back looking, look, you're upside down, you're stagnant in something, you're doing it because you want to be stuck in a relationship or stuck in something that you don't need to be. You're sitting up here crying your eyes out. You've been going through this situation over and over and over again, and you still refuse to see. You still refuse. You still got your feet. Look, it's like you want to get out, but you got your foot stuck in the water, and you put your hand in the water too. And on the other side, in the other hand, is a cup. You know, telling me, you drinking, drugging, you're doing something, and you're not looking at the moon that's trying to warn you too. So, you're in this on your own. You're doing this to yourself. And you got some support here from a young person. And you're getting them involved in this, and they're not very happy about that. That's for some of you cancers out there. Some of you cancers out there, it's could be a young person that could be indecided of if there's going to be a breakup here, or if there's going to be arguing, fussing, and fighting here. This child is suffering because of it. They may, this child is a loving child. So, this young man or young woman probably loves both of you, love their mother, love their father, and they may have to, make a choice. Don't put them in the middle of your chaos, though. Don't do that to the child, because you're going to cause them trauma as they grow older, and make them feel guilty as though they done something wrong. They had nothing to do with it. Y'all two the ones was, engaged in sex and had the child. The child didn't just come here, just appear. This is not Mother Mary or whoever that woman they said came here, you know, without sexual contact, or you know the story. This child was conceived by another person. Okay, so don't put them in your drama. Be aware of what's going on, and let them be aware of what's going on. Don't keep the child in the dark, or use the child as a pawn. If you're a woman out there using, and the man no longer wants to be in your life or in and out of your life, don't use the child as a pawn to keep having them come back, or, oh, it's because of the child this, and the child needs this, and why are you doing it? No, don't do that. Don't make the child suffer, and don't bring them into your dysfunctional relationship, something that you keep putting on yourself. Okay, and putting up with it by just staying there stagnant, can't move, don't want to face the fact of what's going on around you. They trying to shine a light on you, and you hanging in front of it with fury, with comfort. Like, this is a comfort zone. This is telling me whatever this relationship is codependent. You're codependent on someone, or someone's codependent on you, but you're letting it happen. The At the last week, Cancer, what I'm seeing for you is this is another page. Here is a page of rods. Now, far as the cup, if it's if you want to know anything far as the zodiac, I can give you what their sign possibly could be, or they may have the traits of, with this one, this young fellow here that is very kind, this child here that's involved with this drama, seeing the drama, trying to be as helpful as they can. They're very sensitive. Remember that, because there is a cup card. They're emotionally hurt. Their emotions is involved in this relationship. So it could be like you, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces, or it could be you acting like a child. Grow up. If that's the case, Cancer, man or woman, grow up. Grow up. Stop acting immature. Okay. We got this page here of rods. Okay, and they're coming. Usually, when it's a page of rods, they're coming um with some news, and it's coming fast. They're coming fast. This is a movement. Rods are of movement, things that move fast, you know, fast. So there's some fast communication coming in. There's some news coming in for some of you cancers, or some of you cancers are waiting on some news. You waiting to hear on some news about something. What that is, I don't know. You're gonna that's a personal reading right there. You know, all I can do is give you what the gods are giving me. They're not, you know, there's a whole bunch of you cancers out there. There's a whole bunch of situations going on. Some of this is going to resonate to some of y'all. Some of it is not. But like I said, if you like to know full details of what's going on or what may go on, what you can duck and dodge, what you can see coming, but still, all in all, the the bottom line is you're gonna have to make this. You're gonna have to make the right decisions to make things come out right for you in your life. So that means you have to be spiritual. You're gonna have to look at the spiritual side of yourself. You're gonna have to face your demons. You're gonna have to come out of your. You have to take that mask off. You have to stop masquerading. So there's some at the end of the week, there's going to be some news coming around. It could be good for some, it could be bad for some. It just depends on the situation and the cancer that the person that I'm talking to. So somebody's coming in with some news really fast via text, via mail, via whatever kind of communication there is to communicate. That's how you're going to get it. You're going to get the communication some kind of way, okay? You cancers. So that's the end of that part of the reading. May I have a drink of water, please? Thank you. It is water. It just has a little flavor in it because I don't like water plain. I can't drink it plain for some reason. I just don't like plain water. So it's a little, these little packages that you get that you can put into the water. Doesn't have any sugar or anything like that in them, but I'm sure it has a sugar substitute. But that's the only way I'll drink water. It has to have some kind of flavor to it. Now, what I'm going to read to you is your romance angel cards. That's what's coming up next. That's what I'm shuffling next. And I'm going to pull 2 of those. Give you some little bit more insight on this love situation that's going on here. This back and forth, this in and out stuff, this stuff you cancers are putting yourself through. Okay, so we give me some time to shuffle here. And then now I'm going to just pull 2 cards randomly, as you can see here. Pulled this one, and this one's sticking out too, as you can see, and I'll pull that one, okay? See what that has to say. Okay, so if you want to look at the cards, you can. It's cool. Here they go. First one, Cancer, out very soon. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. This brings me back to, and you know, I have to keep going back because I have to keep reminding you how these cards just tell you the same thing over and over, no matter what deck you read from. The spirit guides are trying to tell you something. It's just like the Hangman right here. Whatever it is, you're undecided about something, and they're saying you need to make a decision. It's just like this card, the Hangman. To me, that's how I look at it as far as bringing the reading together. You gotta very soon clearly decide what the hell it is you want to do. Okay. And then the next card says retreat. Okay. It's time to disconnect yourself from the world. And, you know, that's like going off to yourself. Like I said earlier, before I even pulled any cards, my little, you know, sayings that I say before I even start reading the cards is you need to, this is retreat to me is going off to yourself and finding yourself, you know, meditate. If it's with a partner that you may need some contact with, you may need to discover some things or talk over some things. You both retreat, go away, get away from the world, go somewhere you never been before. You know, like Star Trek, go somewhere like you never. You know, I'll take you places that you never been before. Things like that, and maybe you can talk about or discuss these things or some issues or whatever's going on. Okay, and this needs to happen very soon. It needs to, this needs to be addressed. There's no longer, your God, the guides, spirit guides are saying there's no longer, no more time to waste on this. There's children involved here that's getting hurt over this situation. So you retreat to yourself and think about what you need to do, and do it very soon. You need to do this very soon, or you're going to suffer. And get to yourself. This reminds me like of the hermit card. When you retreat, when you retreat, you go away, you get out, you start walking. Maybe you want to take a little small vacation and start thinking about your life and pulling this thing together, because it is all out of whack as far as what the guides are telling me and showing me. Okay, need to get away and start thinking about, the good and the bad and the ugly. Can this be resolved? If it can't, hey, make that decision, come back. Hey, this is unsalvageable. If it can, hey, talk about it. See if you both are in agreement of trying to, make stuff work. There's counselors out there. There's spiritual counselors out there that can help you with these things. You need to get this done really. They're telling me they're stressing really fast. You need to come to some kind of decision. You just can't be stalemate like the hangman here, like you're doing. You're not saying nothing. You're not doing nothing. You're not budging, and you're also, I'm getting a say. I heard something like stubborn, being stubborn. Somebody's being stubborn in the situation. They won't move, regardless. They're not moving. Somebody's got to do something real fast here and get it done and over with. Stop all this back and forth and not knowing who's coming from who, or somebody's not talking to somebody else because of what you don't even know, because they're so in and out all the time. They come in and they go out. They come in and they go out. Figure out what the heck's going on here. Talk to your guides. Retreat. Get to yourself. They'll give you the answers. They'll shine the light upon you. And then they still gonna be there whether you make the right choice or not. They still gonna be there for you, because you got something that you got to learn. There's a learning lesson behind all this, but for the both of you's sake. So either you do it or you don't. That's what they're telling you to do. But you can't continue going on like it is, and acting like you not going to say nothing and just going to let things just be as they are, because like there's children in the middle of this that's suffering behind your nonsense. You're grown people, grown adults. Yes, it affects children. Yes, this stuff affects children. I was a child once and experienced it. Yes, it does affect you as you get older. All right, so I want to pull two of these cards out, okay, which are the Love Oracle cards that are shaped like little hearts. They're hard to shuffle, okay? Okay, my Cancers. The first one is saying healing. That's just like retreating, the retreat card. I'm telling you, the spirit guides is going to tell you the same thing. They're going to put this story together for you. They're going to keep telling you, just like you're their children. It's just when a guide is assigned to you, they look at you like you're their child, and they're trying to teach you and they're trying to show you, but you're ignoring them. Stop ignoring the inner spiritual in you that's trying to tell you what you need to do. Talk to them and let them know what's going on so they can tell you what to do. They're your guides. They are like your genie in the bottle, okay? That's how you have to look at it. That's what the front card looks like, okay? And what it says is healing. Imagine yourself in your beloved. That means whoever you're around, your beloved, surrounded by light. Feel your relationship being healed this very moment. That means that this very, see, how they keep saying about you got to rush it. You got to hurry up and make a decision what you want to do. Go on the inside retreat, make your decision. Either you want to talk about things and try to make things work out, or you just want to leave the relationship completely. You got to make up your mind. You got to do it. You got to heal. You got to get away. You got to get inside, or you got to talk to one another about this situation if it's salvageable. One way or another, the angels will have your back. They'll still be there, but you still got to suffer the consequences, whether it's good or bad, okay? Now, we're coming up, the second card that comes up, It looks like this. As you can see, two people that are embracing one another. Now, one, embrace through each other, you find the missing pieces. Now, isn't that beautiful? They're telling you. I may need to pull one more. I'm getting a feeling I need to pull one more because I want to just make sure I don't want to add or subtract to the messages that are given to me by the Most High God. I can't play like that. I have to call it the way He tells me, and I'm telling you the way He tells me. But this right here could be something that could be mended, is what I'm getting from the Spirit. Embrace it. If you go through the process, if you go through the simple process, and that's praying, meditating, whatever you need to do to look inside yourself. I'm going to pull another one, see what this one says, and look what it looks like. There's a heart sitting there, and this is deep rooted. Whatever this situation is deep rooted. All right, and let me tell you what it says. It says, when you pass from this world, you take nothing. Now, tell me that I was not just talking about that subject, when we first started out, how, I get to rambling on or whatever. I'm not really rambling on. I'm just going with the flow of the Spirit and what they're telling me. Tell me I did not say this already. When you pass from this world, you take nothing, absolutely nothing with you but your soul and the memories you have shared with those you love. Darn it, didn't I just say it? Or the Spirit God. Let me get it right. The Spirit God led me what I was telling you earlier before I even started reading cards. Did I or did I not that come out in the cards? And here it is, just going ahead and verifying what I said through Spirit. It just saying the same thing I said. Maybe I should keep my mouth shut before I even start so you can see it. But when you pass from this world, you take nothing. You take nothing. Let me say it again. You take nothing with you but your soul and the memories you have shared with those you love. Come on now. Let's get this together. Did you hear what that said? Did you hear what Spirit just said? It can't get no clearer than that. You don't take nothing with you. You ain't taking a darn thing with you. You can have millions of dollars. You can have 25,000 cars in your yard. You can be P. Diddy, whatever he called his name. You can be um, anybody you think you want to be. You can have anything you think you want to have. But is it going with you? No. But you know what it said? The love, your experiences through love. So learn to love. That's why I call myself Simply Love. Because it's just that simple. That's all you got. That's all you got going for yourself is love. But you got to accept it. Excuse me, a couple of cards fell down here. But this one fell right out, so I want to read that. And that's your Halloween card there, okay? So I'm going to let you take a good look at it. No, this is let's see here. This is not a card. This is one of those, what they call it, a little card to tell you. I forgot to take it out the deck. Sorry about that. So let me shuffle on. It was just one of those little cards that comes with the deck and tell you a little bit about it. Like I said, I totally ignore all that stuff. I get to look at them and I get to let the spirits, do their thing and give me the give me what they want to tell you, not what some cards is saying or what somebody else got a meaning about for it. This is the Sandra. This is a Simply Love show here, okay? And I'm doing it through Spirit. All right. Let me give you a look at your Halloween card, and it says tree. All right. So, whatever this situation is going on with this love situation, Cancer in your life, this tree here, whatever it is, it started from the roots on up, okay? The roots. This relationship has been rooted from for a long time. It's been a long time in the making. This could be we could be talking about some childhood friendship that developed into some kind of uh going together in high school and getting married, and just like a tree, just rooted from the ground like it was meant to be, things like that, and it was growing. You were, this person had a lot of knowledge. There's somebody at the bottom here, which I believe is the man. If you're a woman looking at this card, look at it real good. That's why I like to hold this Halloween stuff up. They're weird looking, but you get a lot of messages out of them if you're looking at it spiritually. Okay. And it looked like there's houses. There's houses that's been built. So some of you cancers out there, or somebody, whoever you're with, look like a wedding was performed. This is a marriage here going on, or a long-term relationship. And then there's houses here. Somebody could be a realtor in this relationship, or sell houses and homes, stuff like that, or may have more than one. They may be a traveler, or this could be you yourself. But as it's growing from where it was, it's tipping over at the top. It's starting to lean over. It's starting to fall. It's starting to break like a branch. See that? Up top here, it hasn't broken yet. See, that's why I'm going back and say, you may can work this out, cancers. Some of you cancers out there, this may could be workable, but that decision is going to be between you and this other person, whether you want this to work out or not, because it's tipping. It's tipping. And if you or whoever keeps being stagnant, see this person up, the hangman, just staying, being stubborn, and just being upside down and all up in your head. You keep it like that. This is gonna break. It's gonna break. This tree gonna break. But it started out with some firm foundation. So that you take that into consideration. My spirit guides are saying, take this into consideration, where the foundation of it all, for some of you cancers out there. Consider that part where you first started out, when the love first began, when you were like teenagers for some of you, and it grew into a togetherness, like a growth. You grow together since teenagers, maybe even since you was in since before you started school or something. It could have been where this long-term thing. But hey, up top here, it's starting to break. Something's starting to give here, and it's going to break if one of you guys don't give it up and either talk about it and try to get it together, or just let it go. But a decision is going to have to be made, is what the spirit guides are telling me through that card. Okay, let me see. Last but not least, I want you guys, all you Cancer women and men out there, I need you to close your eyes and think of some questions that you like to be answers. I'm going to pull two angel answer cards, and they're going to answer the questions that you have in mind. Okay, so I'm gonna give you a few while I'm shuffling, for you to close your eyes and think of some questions that you want the angels or the spirit guides to answer for you. Okay. Okay, guys, I'm ready. They're ready. Spirit guide said they're ready. So I'm going to shuffle two cards. I'm taking out two cards here out of the deck. Okay, now the answer to your question, for some of you cancers out there, whatever you were thinking about on your mind for as needing the answer for, the answer is get more information. Get more information. Get more information from who? Who else? Your guides. That's where all the information is in the inside of you. Retreat and find out, get more information from your guides. Okay? And the second question, answer to the question for some of you cancers out there that you asked for, and the answer that the angels, the spirit guides want to tell you is yes. A big fat yes to some of you cancers out there. Doesn't mean all of you. This might not even resonate to some of you, but whoever it resonates from to, it's a yes. Okay, to whatever you're asking or for whatever you're thinking in your mind as a question. So that wraps up the reading, the general reading for November 2015 for you beautiful cancers out there. And if this resonates with you and you feel like you need a more personal, in-depth reading and need more, counseling to what you need to do, you need the angels that, or the guides, spirit guides to counsel you more on it. Just, look at the information at the bottom, and there's all kind of ways you can get in touch with me. Visit the website. You can email me. You can call me. Whatever it is you need to do to get yourself a personal reading so we can get in depth and in tune with your angels, and we can really get down to business with this and find out, what the guides have to lead you or what they need for you to do. Okay. And I really enjoyed doing that reading for you. And again, I'd like to thank you all for subscribing. Thank you all for sharing. Thank you all for all your lovely comments that you make. And thank you all for your prayers for my brother. He, like I said, he's out of the hospital now. He's doing well. He's got things he's got to do here too. And all I can say is God bless each and every one of you. All I am, don't shoot the messenger, please. I'm going to tell it just the way it's said. If you're looking for sugarcoat type reading, you want things to go your way and you're in denial and things like that. Well, I'm telling you, I'm not the one.